Hello and welcome to the third episode of Inside the Booth, a series where I explore the careers of some of my most favourite and most talented voice actors, those who truly make this craft their own and inspire young voice actors like myself to pursue our dreams. Now in this episode of Inside the Booth, we will be talking about one of the most well-respected and amazingly talented voice actors of our time. The man, the myth, the baker, you guessed it, Troy Baker. So let's get into it. Troy Baker was born on the 1st of April 1976 in Dallas, Texas. Now sadly I have no information on his education, however I do believe for certain he didn't take the traditional route of taking acting classes like most voice actors usually do in either drama or even opera, I suppose, theatre, whatever, you name it. However, before voice acting, he was actually the lead singer of a band called Trip Fontaine, and he even announced a solo album. Before being a full-time voice actor, however, Troy Baker did radio commercials, and then later went on to getting his first credited role with the company Funimation, where he played the role of Detective Conan as the English voice dub for the show Case Closed. His most notable role is probably as Joel Miller in the game The Last of Us.
No, I don't want one.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Which was his first big break, which sort of set him on the map of being an amazing voice actor and got many roles after that, such as the dubbed voice of Pain in Naruto.
Those who do not know pain will never understand true peace.
I will never forget the pain that Yahiko suffered. And now, this world shall know pain. Almighty push!
Which is an amazing role. He delivered his dialogue so well in that show. The role was then later adopted in the games, however, by Matthew Mercer. Troy Baker was also Yamato, Naruto's team leader for a time. Now, I'm sorry. Troy has a lot of really good roles, and I want to mention as many as I can. So, I hope you're ready for a shotgun round, because I'm gonna blast off as many really good roles as I can think of. We got Talion in Shadow of War, an amazing Lord of the Rings game that's so underrated and such an amazing game overall. And I will never forgive them for not letting other games try out the Nemesis system, because that was probably the best part of that game, and it's a bunch of bullshit. Why would they do that? He also voices multiple characters in the legendary Arkham games, such as Tim Drake in Arkham City. Not sure why Matthew and Troy keep seeming to voice the same characters, but we won't question it. Troy also voices Two-Face.
The only way to get by in this place is to get ourselves some respect. Fear. That's how we get respect. Show them all that we do things. We should be fair, though. This is a place of justice, after all. Screw justice. Kill her, and they'll all fear us.
Joker in Arkham Origins.
Well, technically it's my operation now. Isn't that right, boys?
You got me. Now let her go.
Oh, life would be so simple if you were all I wanted. No, you're just a teeny little distraction compared to what I've got up my sleeve.
Jason Todd in Arkham Knight.
You did this to me. I'm sorry. You left me to rot in that abandoned wing of Arkham for over a year. With him.
And finally, the vocal effects of Nightwing in Arkham City. He also voices Jake Mueller in Resident Evil 6.
Stuff do anything for you yet? It's supposed to be some kind of energy booster, but I don't feel any different. You know, between me and you, I think we should ask for more money.
A lot more.
We should sure this wasn't part of the contract. But I am willing to renegotiate.
Which is one of my favorites, and is amazing. I know almost everyone hates it. Fight me! I love Resident Evil 6, and Jake Mueller is an amazing character. We also can't forget that Troy also voices Batman in the Telltale series of Batman. Jeez, Troy likes DC. We of course can't forget the amazing villain that is Pagan Min, who is my second favourite Far Cry villain, where he truly captured the essence of his insanity, and one could say, subtle anger management issues.
One fucking job, but you couldn't fucking do that! And I got blood on my fucking shoes.
Also, another truly legendary character Troy plays, and in my personal opinion, the greatest impression of a character ever, Indiana Jones.
All right, pal. You can't sleep here. Who the hell are you? Right. You asked for it.
Troy Baker somehow made his voice sound exactly like Harrison Ford to the point where it was almost scary, and the fact he didn't get any award for that amazing performance is actually criminal. Also, I just want to do another callback to Troy's role as Jason Todd, purely because I actually think Troy did a fantastic job as Jason Todd. That performance was fantastic, and the fact it's not talked about enough is insane, because if you play through that game, the amount of dialogue that Jason Todd had and the amount of emotion he had to convey in so many of his cutscenes were just it was absolute cinema. It was absolute cinema. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for Hello? Sorry, what was that? Oh, you don't think I forgot about him, did you? Finally, the last role I will be talking about that this inspirational voice actor has done is Booker DeWitt in Bioshock Infinite. I have not played it, but my brother has. Duncan, what do you have to say about Booker?
Cool.
Thank you, Duncan. Anyway, that's all on Troy Baker for today. Certainly has had a multitude of roles and amazing performances everywhere he goes. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Inside the Booth. I'm truly loving making this series. It's so much fun putting together all my own little information from scouring the internet. And I cannot wait for the next one because he is no stranger to the Resident Evil games. And I love this voice actor. He was a massive character in my childhood. Pretty much all the games he's been in I have played. He's just such a good one, and I cannot wait to tell you about him. So until then, have a great day, and goodbye.